Right, just make sure it's recording. Yes, it's recording. Right, good afternoon, everyone. It's Mucker here, with a lovely sunny background, just like it would be at Breaking Bands on the Bank Holiday Monday, which is when this interview is going out. And I'm joined by the wonderful Mr. Polly. How are you, Mr. Polly?
Hi. My
Polly,
background isn't quite so
it,
wonderful, I'm afraid. I've got a
it
basic.
still looks a bit sunny. So Polly of the Idle Dead, and of course I'm repping for that one today. And also, you dip in a couple of bands now and then. You step in and out, but you also have something else, don't you?
Player in the Spangles.
Oh, Spangles! Shit, I forgot about the Spangles. Yes,
Yeah.
And you've got something shouty as well, a shouty project.
Yeah, Blood for Bones. That's more of a. It's not a live band. It's just a recorded. But we're just working on our third album now. Shouty Nonsense. Guy called Catman plays guitars. He's got 7-string guitars and everything. It's that kind of band, you know.
I like the sound of this. So yeah, we'll put a link on the interview for that, and we'll check that out. And of course the Spangles. How could I forget the Spangles? I don't think I've ever seen them play yet.
I haven't seen either of them for about 3 months now.
So tell us, to start this sort of interview, so sort of tell us, before we got to lockdown, where were you with your bands? Where were you with each project?
Well, with the Idols, we would just we got to demo about 11, 12 songs for the new album, which we were all working on, and we've still been working on them. And we also got a new bass player, which we haven't yet announced. That's happening today, well, after this interview. So obviously this interview will go out after we've announced who it is. So we had one rehearsal with him when he auditioned, and we were like, yep, you're the guy, and we'll see you in 3 months. Here's 4 albums back catalogue to learn, and here's a new album to learn as well. So that's
at least he's got plenty of time to practice that then, hasn't he?
Yeah, well, he's already laid all his bass lines down for the new tunes and everything, and he's been a fan of the band for years and years, so he's familiar with the music anyway. So, yeah. So
is it Stevie Rocks?
He comes in on air bass every now and again.
He does, doesn't he? Yeah. He's a supporting character, isn't he?
Can you imagine how much this is killing Stevie Rocks?
Oh, do you know what? I haven't even spoke to him about it. Look, if we start on the Stevie Rocks, the last time we did one of the interviews we did in North Wales in a caravan, we spent 45 minutes talking about Stevie Rocks. So, fuck Mr. Rocks. We'll talk about him another time. But yeah, it must be killing him. Cool.
Yeah. And the Spangles second album, but and Warner Hodges. So he's working on that. He's had so many gigs cancelled. Shit. So he's writing the second album, and he's doing that. And that's what we were doing before. And Ginner had done his backing, so we'd had to do a tour without him. But as soon as his back got better, lockdown happened. So it's all come at a shit time. But I reckon everyone's going to be barreling out of this with new albums.
Oh yeah, definitely. There's going to be a lot of lockdown albums, a lot of references to viruses and things, isn't there?
Yes, I reckon that the thrash metal heads are going to have a field day with this, with all their viruses.
Oh yeah.
Isolation or lockdown, I'm going to punch them in the face for not thinking hard enough.
Oh dear, yeah, there is definitely a few of those. So going into lockdown, how did you then go, oh right, we've got to do something different? So obviously album and tours and gigs and everything. How did you then settle that? Because I don't think you're the most technically minded guys, but you have some technical guys in your team, don't you?
Yeah, Nish is pretty technical. So I mean, we'd swap demos about anyway. Sort of, we've all got, me, Casey, the new bass player, and Nish have all got home recording facilities, so we can certainly demo stuff. I couldn't do anything to album level, but we can certainly demo stuff. So we do that backwards and forwards, and basically what lockdown did was not give us any excuse not to do it. Oh no, I can't do that. I've been working so hard all day, and now it's 6 o'clock in the evening. I want to have a drink, and they go, well, you're not working hard anymore, are you? So get your fucking demos done. And as it happens, my work stopped like the beginning of lockdown. That was me. Completely stopped. So I'm self-employed, so I've got no help from the government or anything. So then I decided I'd do online gigs on a Wednesday night because, you know, the Idle Army like to tune in and do that sort of thing. And these have become quite a regular thing for me. The rest of the band do it. Casey started a thing called the Front Row Club, which was listings of bands that were playing online, and he would do like a gig listing of who was playing when and how. And I ended up, for the first time in 25 years, putting food in my cupboards using rock and roll music, and actually made some money. But I give 50% of everything I make away to different charities. I've done homeless charities. I've done like the parish. You know the parish in Huddersfield?
Yeah. I've seen you advertising about it, and I've clicked on it and had a read
Yeah.
about that. Yeah.
Also Bannerman's. I've also started a crowdfunder, so we raised some money for Bannerman's last week. And then other stuff like St. George's Crypt in Leeds, which is a homeless shelter and stuff like that. So doing a little bit of feeding myself and helping other people out, which is quite nice. And then Casey did another one of his brilliant ideas where he's giving all of our merchandise money to the parish till the 31st of May. And then the other week, there's a girl called Caroline who did a sketch of me that Casey commissioned, and we raffled that off and raised 250 quid for homeless people in Manchester as well. So
Amazing.
we're trying our best. Everybody's separate. Nish has got quite an important job, and he handles the IT for some pretty like high people sort of thing. Like I can't say what he does, but anyway, he's been working these weird. He's been working at 2 o'clock in the morning till 5 o'clock in the morning some days and stuff, and he's not stopped through the whole of lockdown. Plus, he's got 3 kids at home and his wife, so he's pretty busy just trying to survive lockdown. Tim seems to spend most of his time in his pants drinking wine. Seems to be his thing. But yeah, and after my gigs on a Wednesday night, we all meet up on Zoom and have a chat with each other and just, you know, ask how we are, talk about how the gig went. They give me loads of abuse for fucking all the covers up and all that sort of stuff. So you're not in a band if you're not getting slagged off by somebody in the band. So yeah, we do that. And the Spangles and the Blood for Bones thing is just keeping, you know, emailing each other and that. I've got my 2 girls at home anyway, so, you know, I've got to make sure one of them's doing her schoolwork. and possibly the other one who's like nearly 18 would actually leave a bedroom at some point and
open the curtains. Ah, it's still bright.
Oh, it's still out there then.
Yeah. I'll check again next week.
But I think as far as the Idols go, we're going to have this album pretty much demoed to win an inch of its life by the time things finish. I don't think there's going to be a great deal of indoor gigs this year. No. Certainly not until sort of December. And I would imagine that everybody who's booked gigs that have been cancelled will be vying for whatever's left of the dates that are available. I think outdoor gigs might happen, but I think indoor gigs are out. So we'll probably spend the rest of the year trying to record the album if we're allowed. That's why I think there'll be a lot of albums. Bands aren't going to be going on tour.
That's true. Yeah, there's a lot of people that I've spoken to over the last couple of weeks who are sorting albums, and they've got. I mean, I've seen some videos that they've made in their own houses separately and put together, and it's some people have got some real clever minds on what to do and stuff like that, and they've got the technology. So if you've got it, use it.
I've been doing this more like a little comedy skit through the door until it gets to this goes hi that Nish has mixed, and we're actually playing it and recording ourselves, and then we put all the footage together, and it's live, but we're not at the same time. So it's like lots of videos. Yeah, you'll see it later on tonight anyway. I'll send you a link.
Cool. Excellent.
Yeah. So we're doing that, and I'm doing the same with Blood for Bones. The guy who runs that, he's bought like a Victoria wedding dress for his missus. He's going to film her pouncing around in the front room pretending to be a ghost, and then send me all the footage, and we're going to try and put something together that's, you know. So yeah, videos, there's going to be a lot of creativity. I think it's giving people time to sit down and create. I think, and also spend a lot of time with their families. And I don't know. I'm hoping we come out of it different.
I think we will. I think everybody will. There's a new normal coming out of this. There's definitely something different. The whole world. Well, we're already at phase one. In fact, when this interview goes out on Bank Holiday Monday, we'll be at phase. I think we're going to phase 1 or phase 2, and I'll be allowed to open my bar.
30% capacity, or?
I believe so. Yeah. I still don't have all the information yet.
They're already doing that on the mainland, aren't they? Or at least Benidorm is.
No, Benidorm went backwards with it because they weren't. Most of the bars weren't ready. No, they allow them to have the outside only.
Yeah, that's
at the minute. If you've got a terrace, you can open to 30%, 2 meters apart. But indoor venues will be opening soon. I think we're opening. Yeah, I think we open to 30% capacity, then 50% at the start of June, and then they're going to second week of June. We go to 50%.
When you have your opening party, then you're going to have it when it's allowed to be 30% full, or do you want it to have it?
I'm actually thinking of having a virtual opening party.
Right. Okay.
So yeah, anybody who's on the island can come, but nobody's allowed into the island. So we'll probably do some kind of opening party, but we'll put some different cameras up and we'll put it, we'll have it online so people can join us. There's a lot of people that should have been coming over for road trip, of course, so they can't do it. I am actually excited though because we do have something called Sanan Metal Open Air Fest, which round the bay. You've walked around the bay, haven't you?
Yeah.
There's a windmill about halfway round.
Yeah.
Well, just in front of that, there's a big performance area, and with the backdrop of the harbour and everything. And it's the third one this year, and they're having a 2-day. It's a 2-day open air metal festival. Mainly Spanish bands, but they do bring bands in from other countries as well. And our bar is going to be involved with that this year. And we have been told that open air events are going to be allowed by the start of July. So up to 400 capacity, and that's probably about the right size for that little area. But it's amazing because you've got heavy metal bands playing just as the sun sets behind the stage, because the stage is all open because the weather's perfect. And last year it was just incredible. They were mosh pitting on concrete floors, and I'm just like, someone's going to get hurt, but they didn't care. So that's going to be my first festival of the year, and I am really, really looking forward to it. But I suppose I'll be working in the bar though, so I won't get to see too much of it.
No, you won't have staff by then.
No, I will be the staff.
Right.
We might be the first self-service bar in Ibiza.
There you go.
I think outside the box. It's all about that, isn't it? Right. I think we'll get on with the quiz then to finish off this this interview. And like I say, you're going to be my last one of the whole festival. Yours is going out on the Monday afternoon, and then I'll be announcing the winning band of the Battle of the Bands. But because I'm still recording these in a different order, I actually don't know. I won't be able to tell you right now whether you've won or not. Right then. Okay, so it's general music knowledge. 1 point for each question you get right. Take your first answer. There's no coming back to them, so just guess if you don't know. And then the last question is a double bubble, and it's related to your band.
Right, okay.
So it's nice and easy. 20 questions. Okay, question 1. What is Elvis Presley's middle name?
Aaron.
Correct. Question 2. Who is the singer of the Counting Crows?
God, I can see him. He's a beardy bloke with a round head. No, I'll have to pass on that one. Derek Nimmo.
Adam Duritz.
Hey?
Adam Duritz. I don't even know if I'm saying his name right. I think I am. Big hair.
Yeah.
Who was known as the Queen of Soul?
Aretha Franklin?
Correct. I'm squinting because it's a bit too sunny. I can't read the screen. What is the lowest male vocal range?
That would be baritone?
Incorrect, but the one that most people guessed. It is actually the bass.
It is. Bollocks. I'm gonna say that as well.
Okay, question 5. Which famous group was once known as the Quarrymen?
That would be the Beatles.
I knew you'd get that for some reason. What is the name of AC/DC's lead singer who died in 1980?
Bon Scott.
Correct. What is the name of the Irish singer who has won Eurovision Song Contest twice?
Dana.
No, Johnny Logan.
Oh, right, okay.
Who was famously known as the frontman of The Prodigy?
Keith Flint.
Yes. Who is the drummer of Metallica?
That would be Large Oil Rig.
Large oil rig. I like that. Which group had a hit with the Macarena?
Los Lobos.
Oh, you're so close, but I will, and I've offered it to everybody that if you don't get it right, you can do the dance and get the point. You're going to pass, aren't you? Yeah. It's Los Del Rio.
Los Lobos was something else, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. I'm trying to think what that was now. No, I can't remember.
Happy 90s dance band, possibly, or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll Google that after. Who won the most? Which pop singer won the most Grammy awards in the 80s?
Oh, Michael Jackson.
Correct.
Yeah.
Which British singer had a hit in 2006 with Rehab?
That would be Amy Winehouse.
It would. I've skipped a couple of questions though. I need to go backwards now. Which British pop group had a hit called Angel Eyes in the 70s?
Pretty little angel eyes, pretty little angel eyes, pretty little angel. So what do you want it?
Roxy Music.
Oh.
I had somebody say Bay City Rollers. I thought that was quite funny.
I thought it was a glam kind of band, but yeah.
Which pop singer married Debbie Rowe?
Which pop singer married Debbie Rowe? Ooh, don't know who Debbie Rowe is. Brian Ferry?
No, Michael Jackson. I had a double Michael Jackson in there.
Yeah, 2 Michael Jackson answers.
I know. What nationality was Mozart?
Austrian?
Correct. Which country was Celine Dion born?
Canada.
Every bloke knows the answer to that one straight away. Strange. How many strings does a violin have?
5.
4. Incorrect. Question 18. In which city was John Lennon killed?
New York.
Correct. Which British rock band were famously known for pioneering the use of the light show?
I'm going to go for Pink Floyd.
You are correct. Okay, so that was nice and easy, wasn't it? Right, here comes your double bubble bonus. 2 points. It's a 2-part question, 2 points for each part.
Okay.
So in 2015, the Idle Dead released a cover of the Dogs D'Amour song, I Don't Want You to Go. What year was the single originally released, and what album did the track make its first appearance on in the same year?
Well, it was from the Dynamite Jet Saloon.
Correct.
And I'm going to go for 1987.
Oh, so close. It was 88. Yeah, I think they had an EP first, and I think that was 87. That was the self-titled EP, and then their album. I was going to ask you what number the single charted, but I thought that was a bit unfair. You ain't going to guess that, are you?
No, not really. It would have been. I think it got in the 17.
88.
All right.
I would have had to say top 100.
It was on top of the pops once.
Was it? Wow. And that's when you went, I want to be them.
I actually saw them on the tour before that album was released. They had a single out called Kid from Kensington. I was 15 years old, and it was at the Duchess of York. There must have been 15 people there, and at the end of the gig, Tyler was laying on the floor with his kegs around his ankles, screaming into a microphone. And we walked out, my mates were all like, well, fucking hell, that were a bit shit, wasn't it? And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? I want to do that for the rest of my life.
There you go. Okay, so the tiebreaker question, which we're asking every band. In dollars, and to the nearest million, rounded to the nearest million, how much money was raised during the Live Aid concert at Wembley in 1985?
Right, well, I say that it wouldn't be as much as you would expect something like that to do these days. So I'm going to go for modest, by today's standards, 25 million.
Do you know you're only 102 million off?
Am I? Really? That much?
Yeah.
Bloody
Yeah,
hell.
$127 million. So, yeah,
That's money, isn't it?
incredible amount of money for the 35 years ago. Just
Yeah. That's,
insane.
yeah.
So, right. Okay, so you've got 14 points. That's quite a healthy score. You're not bottom, you're not top. I can tell you that. But you're in a good position, I
Good.
think. Although I can't read my own scrappy writing, so I'm going to have to watch all the interviews to get these scores correct.
Back again. I'm
Yeah, it's wonderful. And
on Radio 2, it was great.
right, thank you very much, Polly, for joining us during lockdown. I know you've been busy, so we appreciate that you've took a little bit of time out to chat with us. Obviously, we've had some great times at Breaking Bands festivals over the years. You've played quite a few times. I think you did acoustic in 2015 and main stage.
Yeah.
And then I think you came back the following year.
We came back in 2017.
Right, yeah. Oh, you also did another set, didn't you? You did the Stevie Rocks 4 a.m. set, didn't you? Was that the
Yes.
Idle Dead who did that, or Centon Bombs?
We've done what I did one the first year I was there.
Yes,
I
Bad
did
Man.
one outside his tent, and then the Centre Bombs did it the next year, I think. But
Yeah,
yeah, we played when you had the big tent to the left of the field
yeah.
in there, where Guido was doing the PAing at that.
Yeah.
And then yeah, we played in another little tent. That must have been the first year, I think.
Yeah, we had a very small tent the first. Oh yeah, because it rained and there was all water over the tent, weren't there? And
Yeah.
and you had to keep pushing the water off because it was making the tent bulge.
That's right. And that was it was just outside the doorway then, wasn't it?
That's right. Yeah, I mean that was the first year. That was 11 a.m. on the Sunday morning, if I remember rightly. 11 or 12 o'clock.
Played inside at 11 a.m. on a Sunday morning, and I wore a very, very bad choice of trouser that day because I had a pair of green and black star-studded tight jeans, which I looked ridiculous in when I look back at the footage. So I'm never doing that again. Playing nearly 50 years old, man. Look at fucking state here.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much for chatting to us on Breaking Bands Festival Lockdown Festival, and we'll see you out on the road some point soon.
Yep. All right. Thank you.